Welcome to Real Talk with Realtors about real stuff, real things, and whatever real stuff we want to talk about. Mm-hmm. And we are going with the trends today, and we're going to do the ins and outs. What's in, what's out. What's up, what's down. And we came up with a few opinions that are real estate related and non-real estate related.
And we should also say these are our opinions of what's in and what's out, because we don't completely agree on what's in and what's out, but we won't talk about that.
Just a few opinions, which everyone's entitled to.
Yes.
Okay, I'll go first.
You go first. What's in?
At-home karaoke. Okay.
It sounds fun.
It's fun. It's fun. And
you can do it right here.
You should have at it. No, it is fun. And the reason I say that is because we got my mother-in-law one and we karaoke'd for like 2 hours and it was a little bit of a show, but also kind of fun. And then I saw a bunch of people on my Instagram got one for Christmas. Like, people are just loving karaoke. But if you go out to a karaoke bar, no one wants to do that. That is scary. That's intimidating most people, unless they're hammered or like, no, I'm not getting up on stage and trying to sing. But at home, you're comfortable. It's fun. You can get a glass of wine and you can karaoke.
Right. When you're in front of your family and friends, they don't care.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to explain every single one I have here, but I feel like that one needed a little explanation.
All right. So what's your next one?
Okay. My next in is grocery pickup. I don't think that needs explanation. It's for the lazy people.
Yes.
Like me.
That's what I was saying.
Or the people who don't have a lot of time, which I do have time, but I'm lazy.
If you're sick or whatever, you can have them deliver it. But for me, I've only done it like twice, and
Delivery or pickup?
I did delivery. I've done pickup too. I just feel I can do it faster just going in than I am ordering online, and I do feel a little lazy when I do that. So
yeah. Okay. Well.
These are all yours.
Okay, mine were the first one, so I'll just do mine and then we can go to yours.
You go.
My other in is working from home. However, I think that one's a little bit like, there's a lot of people that want to work at home, and then companies are also simultaneously trying to force people back into the office. So it's in, generally speaking, people want to do it, but can we do it? Realtors can. Sometimes it's better to be at the office. Sometimes you're more productive in the office. Sometimes you're more productive at home.
I think it's on its way out.
We'll see. Mm-hmm. But for 2024, consider it in.
Okay.
Next, early bedtime. This isn't new. Brandy knows. I go to bed at 8:30. Sue me.
Most people, my parents are eating dinner at like 7:30, and they're in their 80s.
So. We eat dinner at like 7 or 7:30 and then straight to bed.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I know. Not on purpose.
What do you mean warm feet's in? What does that mean?
This is just for me. For me, what's in is my feet being warm because I have hardwood floors. So I am... I've been just reading stuff about how warm feet is good for women in particular. And so I am making an effort I bought some slippers. I'm wearing slippers around the house. I'm wearing socks. I'm just making sure my feet are warm all the time.
Send me the data on that. I want to read that article.
I'll send you the data.
Okay, this one's mine.
Okay.
Lymphatic drainage massage. OMG.
I haven't tried it.
Saying OMG is probably out, but lymphatic drainage massage is so great. So I go to Vanessa at the Body Lab, and you could do like a full body one or just like your belly. It just helps get the toxins out, and I am in love with lymphatic drainage massage.
I need to do that after a week of vacation because I ate horrible stuff. Horrible.
It's a good time to do it.
You would be appalled. Okay, I need to do that.
So that's a big in, because I know a lot of people are doing it. There's not a lot of people in Chico that actually do it, but I know Vanessa does, and there's a couple others I've heard from.
Well, maybe people will do it now.
Yeah. And then Gather Supper Club. Sarah Fragoso doing her Gather Supper Club. We had her for our holiday party, and she's amazing. She's not taking anybody until the spring, but if you email her, I think it's at like gathersupperclub@gmail maybe, or just go to her Insta page. Yeah. To get reservations. It is the best thing ever. It's a multi-course meal, and it's paired with wine, and it's kind of like farm to table, all local stuff. To me, that is super in for 2024.
Yeah, and I think going off of that, one of the reasons it's in is because it's farm to table. Like that movement of
and
local everything, paying attention to how the animals are fed and where things are being grown and what's being sprayed on them. That is in.
It's been in for a while.
That's been in for 2 years,
but
and we're going to continue
just
it.
2 years. It's been in for a while.
It's been in for me for 2 years.
Mr. 28-year-old or Mrs. 28-year-old. Okay.
29.
Fun listing videos are in.
Yes. No more drab, boring walkthroughs.
This is the beautiful kitchen that has a 4-burner stove. No, you sit on the stove while it's on fire. Now that's funny. With the burners on, you go, oh my God, you're going to love the stove.
Or a liability.
I don't know. That'd be just more fun and funny. People would watch it.
Brandy's got a burnt butt.
I'm not going to be doing that one, Courtney. She's like, oh God.
Okay, next in is long-term investing. And this is because we decided that impulse spending is out. So if you don't impulse spend, you can long-term invest, and you can invest in real estate. Number one, long-term investment, retirement accounts, long-term. Those are the main ones that come to mind for me.
I mean, I think to me, obviously real estate, because that should be your first investment or one of your first investments. Buying a home, you got to live somewhere, is in, to us anyway, in 2024.
Yes.
And then red light therapy for everything. You have the back therapy, the eye therapy, the body therapy. I'm not going to say much more about that. Let's talk about what's out.
Okay.
This was funny.
Number one out, the news. It's fake. Don't believe it. Doesn't matter what channel you watch.
Exactly.
Turn it off. It is negative. And usually
opinionated.
Yes, it's opinions most of the time. It's journalists writing opinions. They aren't, like, if you hear something on the news about the housing sector, it's usually not housing people, for lack of a better word, that are making these opinions.
Right. Well, and the headlines sell, and they need to get more advertisers, so they come up with the most salacious thing that, like I just said, sitting on a stove when it's on. That's going to be more exciting to somebody than just saying there's a beautiful 4-burner stove. So it's kind of the same thing with news. We got to make it sound salacious and scandalous.
Because all that matters is the amount of views they get. So don't contribute to their views.
It's all business. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, this one was yours.
Out, voice memos. I hate them. Why? I just hate them.
So let's just say what a voice memo is. It's when you like send a recording via text.
Yes.
And you can hear someone recording.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
It's probably a me thing. I'm sure not everyone feels this way. But I'm texting because it's like convenient. I can read the message fast. I can reply fast. If you send me a minute and a half, because usually if it's a voice memo, you're doing it because whatever you're texting is too long. So it's like a minute and a half. And then I have to take the time to like stop what I'm doing and listen to it and respond. Whereas like if it were just a text, it's just faster and easier. So I just personally don't like them. You could just call me if that's the case.
So you're kind of old school, new school wrapped into one thing. I don't want a voice memo. I either want the text or an actual phone call.
Yeah.
I don't mind them. I don't get a lot of them though. I get a few, but not a lot. So.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of them, but for those of you who do them, they're out for me.
All right, so here's another out that's out, and it's not staging your home.
That's
that is
out.
So out to
Way out.
not stage and get your home ready.
Far out.
Like when I see vacant homes, I'm like on the MLS, the photos, or on Zillow or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I am shocked that house does not have furniture in it.
It like in my head is the same as not doing professional photos. Like if you're not doing professional photos and you're a realtor, or I guess it's a little bit different because of payment, I guess. Like if we are listing a home, we pay for professional photos. We don't always pay for a full stage.
No.
Almost never. But you should, as a realtor, be able to explain to your client why staging is important.
Right. And I think most clients understand that because they watch all those TV shows and they understand that it is. But every once in a while, and I can't remember the last house I listed that was completely vacant. We figure out a way to make it happen. It has to. That is so out to not have a staged home. It's like it's not even on the market.
Yeah. People love it. They love staging. Buyers love it.
Yes.
Okay. What else is out?
I think for sale by owner is kind of out. I mean, I think you need to have the professionalism of the industry and the photos. I think that although our market is still strong, it has slowed down, and you need to have full service of a professional realtor. And I'm not just saying that because I am one. I don't even want to sell my own car. I don't want to sell my own anything. I want the person that knows what they're doing, that does this every single day, to do it. So I think for sale by owners, OUT.
OUT. Okay. The next out is, like we said earlier, impulsive spending and keeping up with the Joneses. Just, we don't really need to go into that. That's kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah.
But what I will say is Amazon and online shopping has made it very easy to impulsive spend or impulse buy. And what I've been doing is, instead of just buying something, I put it in my Amazon cart, and I'm not buying every day like I used to. And I'll put it in the cart and I'll sit on it for a while, and then I end up not buying stuff because I'm like, I don't actually really need that. It was just like the moment.
Right.
So
no, it's true. I do that too. The last one we probably should have put first.
Yeah, but that's okay.
That owning a home is out.
But
Lame.
it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
So explain why we're saying that's out.
Well, we're saying that because this gal, Meredith, blah, 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 I
Whitney.
can't remember her name, Meredith Whitney, had explained that out of the, we're going to just call them the millennials. She called them the avocado toast generation. Which
I hated.
The avocado toast generation, out of that, the percentage-wise, only 14% of millennials basically own a home. And if you look back into past generations like 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, people that were in that 25 to 35 year range, they owned homes.
Yep.
That's when they started having children. They bought a home. But now only 14%, and some of them are still living at home. So apparently in that generation, buying a home is out. And I'm sure there's all sorts of reasons why we could explain why that is. And there are all sorts of reasons, but it's going to be your best investment. And it concerns me as an elder.
Oh, Lord.
That so few people in that generation own homes. I had no idea. Only 14%.
Yeah, that is very few, because the last couple of years we've been hearing millennials are moving the market. And now it's like boomers are moving the market because they're the ones who are buying and selling right now for the most part.
They're the ones that are most sound and solid financially. And it's because they bought their houses when they were in that millennial age group.
Yes. And I think we were talking earlier about, obviously affordability is an issue. That's the number one reason why my age group doesn't own homes. It is hard to buy right now. But also, we are in college later. We are having children later. We are getting married later. Like our whole millennials' lives, I would say even closer, like the bottom end of millennials and down into Gen, what is it, Z? Mm-hmm. Then like those segments are the ones that their whole lives are kind of being pushed a little bit. Whereas your generation and the like boomers, you're not a boomer, but boomers, they had kids earlier. They got married earlier. They could afford a house, and so they bought earlier. And also, is the narrative being shared in the home of this is what happens? Just like if you're in a home that doesn't talk about college, and that's not the plan, then maybe you don't go to college. But then if you're in a home where it's always just what you do next is you go to college, it's never really a question, you just do it. And same kind of thing, do your parents own a home? Is it talked about that it's a good investment? How do we do this? And I don't know.
Yes, their parents own a home because they're my generation, right? And so they own a home. So I don't know why they don't own a home, other than the fact that, yes, it's more expensive now. Yeah. But I also think it's because we're probably buying, I don't know. I don't want to be judgy.
That's a part of another reason. There's lots of reasons, like you said. But yes, they're spending money on
things because what we see on
cars.
Instagram and all the social media.
Yes,
and we have
100%.
to have the best of the this and the that. I mean, I have seen young people with expensive things. I've bought stupid shit too. So I mean, I can't,
everyone does.
Everybody does. But I just think that I think it's been lost that owning a home is valuable and important. I think they should teach that in school.
Yes. And it's not a luxury necessarily. It's a necessity. And like if you're just, I don't know, like an $80,000 car is a luxury. That's not something you should be doing necessarily before you buy a home. Like buy the home first, get settled, and then work up to that car that you want.
So the moral of the story is that owning a home appears to be out, but it should be in.
But it's actually not.
It's not out. We're claiming it to be in 2024, but right now it's been out.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks.
Are we done?
Thanks for that.
Yep.
Yeah, we're
beating that
done.
horse.
We're done with the
Done
ins
with the
and
ins,
outs.
the outs, the ups, the downs.
And let us know what's in and out for you, because I've been seeing a lot of interesting ones lately, and I like hearing other people's takes on what they're bringing into the new year and what they're leaving behind.
Cool.
All right. See you on the next one.